Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild, and from here we can now see the wind farm structure. Let us go over there. We have to do some things today. I need resource, not gathering. I need to go back to orbit and grab some resources. But because these wind turbines take an awful lot of gold, and I don't have gold down here. So I need to bring in power cells, I need to bring in superconductors and girders, and the superconductors, that's what we need for the... or that's why we need all the gold here. Otherwise, you can see that the tower is built. Basically, I have put in another built-in repair system so that the surrounding area of that thing can be done. I need to move these out of the way, make the platform bigger, and maybe put in more connectors. I have to see how I place them. I'm not sure yet how to do that best. Maybe... don't know, having them in line here seems to be the best way. Just driving up there, grabbing that stuff, and then driving away with it. But the truck is still not the best idea. But there were improvements. I got comments, and I should look up who that said. And kind of, don't know, I don't know why I didn't come to that conclusion myself. Because what I did is I added some gyros to the lifting arm here. And for some reason, they did things. The gyros changed that I, for example, don't have to put in the mass, or I don't have to turn on the mass blocks anymore. It could be the added weight of the cabin, but I don't need the mass blocks anymore. Even with a filled container. I will activate them just because, but these gyros, they're not strong enough, but they keep everything relatively safe, works pretty well. But now I have to take the cargo lifter, go to space with that thing, and then we need to bring in more materials. The base needs to be filled up with some materials. We have a lot of iron. We have even, I think, platinum down here. Not that we need that, but the gold is definitely needed. There might be some around. Not sure. I finally have to bring the harvester back. I also, where is it? There. I've put in the antenna for the energy transfer. That thing is already running. It is transferring the, don't know, measly 15 megawatts over there. But it works. Let us take a short look at it. The radial power transmitter. It is just set up to transfer on channel 1, and at the moment it is transferring 15 megawatts of power. Channel 1 is the main channel. The other tower runs on that too, and the base runs on that too. It is ascending at a maximum range of 3.16 kilometers. I hope that is enough. See, it is enough. It's just 2.3 kilometers away, so that should work. And I'm not sure if putting in more energy brings up the range. It could be that that is relatively easily done, but we can see there's one receiver in range. Everything should work now. Good. Now we can go fetch the materials and then just have the thing be built up and build the shell around it, and hopefully it doesn't take away too much from the efficiency of the wind turbines. It could be problematic, but the next thing will then be to tear this thing down. Once this is running, we can tear this thing down, have that out of the way, and Ugh. One thing I will do is I will run around a bit and close some of the holes we have here. It's just too much. It's just too much having the holes all around. And then again, this thing needs to be repaired, and I might put in one of the receivers, the energy receivers here too, so that this thing doesn't need the solar panels and we can just power it by basically with the same power transmitter. The only thing that we need to look up is if we can bring up the range. So if putting in more power means that it can be delivered over a longer range. That we will see once the turbines are turned on. Let us go to space. I can show you something I've done there. I went a bit cheaty because I wanted to take a look at something, and can show you that. That will be the project once we go back to space again. I needed a test rig for something. Good. Let me go back to space, and then I will meet you at the Empress. One thing I didn't mention is that I needed to modify this container. That thing is really not stock anymore. The truck is, as a delivery method, sometimes a bit brutal. And it exploded a lot of the containers by, driving into it or whatsoever. That needed some replacing. So you can see there's color differences, and I brought in some bars here in the front so that the truck can drive into that and not directly into the containers. Also, I renamed it so I can use it here without getting rid of this container, kind of. So what I brought in the touchy. I'm working on something like this again. This ship is just too nice and too beautiful. There's things missing because there's some mods in there that I don't have. Weirdly. I had to bring this in because it is made out of some subgrids. So I needed to paste that in instead of blueprinting it. I wanted to see how this thing works, but it works differently from what I want to build. I built something similar, subgrid, with a subgrid thruster on there, and then where is it? A programmable block that can run the subgrid thruster script, so I can use this thruster with the other thrusters I have on here. At the moment I have the small gravitic evasive manipulators. And I don't know, I want to have these to hide the thrusters, kind of, because they don't eat up your grids when they're inside, and you can get rid of the other thrusters that you otherwise would have to hide somewhere in the structure. I don't know where. Here, for example, there is some, and all that stuff. There is some, and I can just hide them somewhere underground and have them nice in there. It will not be another touchy. It will be a similar ship, and I wanted to have the big thruster in the back, but it will be definitely something else. So I don't know. This will be a project for the future once I come back to space. It is nothing that we now need. Good. I wanted to load in some gold mainly. And let us see what else we have here that we could bring down. I will just go with this and then have gold as the main thing. 100. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. We'll load 8k in there. There's maybe some silver, just because. We don't need it necessarily, but maybe to have some. Ooh, we need to stock up on gold. This is, in comparison to the iron, that is not a lot. So good. That needs to be a thing that needs to be done. Otherwise, yeah, I didn't do anything else up here. Just don't know, when I came back here to grab some stuff, I just started building this, and now I loaded it up with hydrogen just to see how well it works, and it's pretty nice. I like having the big thruster on the back, because the big thruster is just, I don't know, it makes a nice aesthetic piece, kind of. It's not good for anything really, but it is a nice aesthetic piece. This thing will be removed once I don't need it anymore for reference. It will go, because it's just, again, I pasted it in, and this will not be in contact with anything else. It will not land in the containers or anything. It will just be removed again. So this is everything we need. I'm always thinking about bringing another container down, but I think we can get around with this one, and then maybe blueprint one on the planet. It's something we could do. Yeah, maybe that's a better idea. This one again needs replacing at one point, or not necessarily replacing, but it definitely needs repairing, renaming, and maybe at one point I need to make a second version of the containers for future use, because again, they need to be a bit more rugged. I have the feeling. Good, back to the planet. That was just yeah, a few moments in space, I say. What I always forget is construction time. Now it's just waiting for things to be done. I have yeah, what did I want to say? I have Tim running here, but Tim just produces tiny amounts of stuff and then just waits until I use that up, and now I have to order more, and I have to just get things in. I need more, again, I need more power, how are they called? Power cells. Dang. I need a lot of girders, and see, Tim just produces 179 girders and then just leaves it be. So now I have to constantly wait for everything. So I will drive around smaller bits and then just, I don't know, come back frequently to build the whole thing out. We can maybe go there and do some why? Oh, that's connectors. Ugh. Don't want that in connectors. I want that in cargo containers. So I need some metal grids. I will just grab whatever I can here, bring that over, and then hopefully everything is fine. Good, let's disconnect that, grab the truck again. It's just, this thing is so not futuristic. It's a weird thing, but it works. I think the future definitely, in the future, people will definitely think about things that work. And so, why not have, oh, some people said, trash bin lorries. It's an effective concept. It does what it is supposed to do. So let us test out if it works without the mass blocks now. It at least stays That's the only problem. You have to wiggle it. You have to wiggle it. I'm usually driving backwards then, so that it just goes into hopefully the right space. The problem is, see, now there is still clang in there. Not to mention that too crazy. Come on, back in, you piece of. What I tried was driving up the wall. Driving up the wall didn't help. It really didn't help. So, come on, you. I promised too much. It worked so brilliantly the last time I did that. Maybe if I drive forward a bit. And then brake. That should also work and help. Now. Backwards. Come on, you. Dumb thing. See? A bit of force. A bit of force, that's the trick. It is also the pistons. I can, at one point, I can just pull in the pistons and then it works too. It's pretty neat. See, without the mesh blocks, I don't know what the gyros do, but they change something and suddenly the whole thing starts to work a lot better. I'm not sure. Do gyros prevent clang? That could be the case. I'm not sure. Bringing that over there will give us time. We might stay at the construction site for a bit and maybe try to already mark a bit of the outsides. I want to go for the game look, kind of. There is in the game they have these quarter circle, quarter ball shaped sphere looking things where you basically there's basically a front opening that catches the wind and then funnels it with a curve into whatever, and we might try to go for that look. I'm not sure if I can replicate that, but I hope that we can get something nice going there. It doesn't need to be realistic. Again, Dune, again, as stated, always is not our place for being realistic. We will work around the wind turbines there, and again, I will see if that is enough power. It should be for the few refineries that I have there. It should be definitely be enough power. If we don't add too many guns, there's a railgun on the top. I hope I turned that off. Otherwise, I need to do that. Can we get in contact with the palace? Remote access, Arcane, rail gun turret. It is off. Yeah. Stop. Once we drive somewhere, we can't stop. The lorry doesn't have all the power in the world. As always, let me get there. So that is placed. As always, not as easy as I thought. Again, flyers are the way to go. But now let us see if did everything lock? Yes, we have a lock. So now the built-in repair system should already preparing, hopefully, the next things here. I'm not sure. No, I didn't bring in enough stuff. That's a bit of a problem. It might just finish 1 or 2, but at least we get a bit more power to work with. So, the form. We need to stay away at least 5 blocks from the whole thing. So, let us make some measurements. 1, 2. That's not 5. That's 2 or so. 2 blocks. So 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, down. And then we can remove this stuff again. Get rid of this. Let's see, what wind turbine? Yeah, this thing doesn't have any. There's no not build info, build. How's it called? Dang, this build vision. Thank you. So this is the first wind turbine. The first wind turbine. Must be this one. Everything is optimal, so that's neat. Then we don't we don't have any problems with this. So the blocks on this side can be there. How many blocks do I have here now? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm just making a very rough, just a rough thing to see how big the whole thing has to be. And then I can just build from there, can just move it outward. 1, 2, 3. And can fit it. Again, if I feel it is too big or too small or something like that, I can add more wind turbines maybe. I could see if there's, don't know, if I am able to fit some more wind turbines somehow in there once the shape is established or so. 1, 2. I hope I did count right. Good. That's not too awful. We have some space here. On the top, we basically have the same problem. Maybe we need to make it a bit bigger to stay far enough away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think, yeah, I counted that already. So this is the distance we at least need. And if we want to have, don't know, some curves in there or something like that, we definitely need a bit more space so that we can stay away from it. The front, I want to use these grated, the windows, these to close it off, the vertical windows or the diagonal windows to close it off and still have the feeling as if wind could still get in there. It will not be open. I hope that I can kind of hide what's inside so we don't really see that. I want to put maybe we can do it this way. I want to put 1 or 2 wind turbines in the roof, basically just to have them out of the way and replace the ones we have there on the bottom. Just wind turbines that just slowly spin just to put some power in there. As we know, and again, that might be a multiplayer thing, for some reason sometimes the big wind turbines are not recognized as power producing structures, so stuff with them on it get just deleted. I could use some batteries. I don't want to have batteries in here. This thing will be continually producing power, so there is no power storage here. There will be in the end just the limiting factor that we can set up how much energy should the transmitter transmit at all, so that we basically always, how to explain that? There needs to be no buffer. The buffer can be in the palace or something. I can put batteries in the palace. There needs to be no buffer here. This will continually put out energy. That's why we use wind turbines here instead of solar panels, for example. And there's no buffer needed. And to have some power on this grid, if we use that for weapons or something like that, we will just limit the amount of power the antenna is able to transmit. We can set that and can just say, okay, we can produce a maximum amount of power of, I don't know, 315. We can at maximum transfer roughly 60 megawatts. It's a bit more, but we go for, I don't know, 50 or something like that. And then we end up with a bit of rest power, then a bit of a power rest that we can use here to use it for, oh no. Oh, please, show me the area. Ah, no. Ugh, this. Also this. The built-in repair systems here, the limiting factor for them really is the range. We constantly have to build a new one. They also use a bit of power. It's not a lot, how a lot of people rightfully say. But it just good. With this we then can hopefully we are able to just now build the top, and that might be the height limit that we have in the end. Could be that we can't go higher up because I don't want to build crazy amounts of built-in repair systems here. That's not necessary and not really useful. So set this up to grind before build. You saw me do this so many times. 60, 100, 324, 100. Push. Done. Turn on. So the main opening will be on this side. So this will be basically the front side for the whole thing. And again, the opening will be somewhere above here and will stretch up there, then go, we can just build that out and maybe see, don't know. So main opening, Again, this is just a rough sketch basically for the thing. Here. Straight up. You should go somewhere here. Do we not have enough materials for them? Oh. Oh, it pushed the girders into the other turbines. That's bad. Can I grind something down to get some girders? No. Okay, I need to bring in girders. At the moment I'm definitely close enough so that this thing will not get deleted. So I don't have to fear this. But I will have to go back and just grab some girders to finish up the wind turbines. I'm really worried about this. Ugh. Good, let me grab this, finish the wind turbines and finish the whole looks of the thing. Girder. Okay, we don't have girders here, so assembler 2 will go and push some girders. Is that enough? That is enough. Let me again. I want to just finish the rough shape of the whole thing, just to show you what I think how it should look. I'm not sure if that is a nice look or anything, but hopefully. So front, relatively straight. We might put kind of a hood on the whole thing, so that some of the parts push farther out than the rest. But yeah, it kind of looks like a hood, like a Kapuze, it would be in German. 2 out, 3, 2 out, 1 out, 2, and 3 out. That again, that all might change. It's just a rough shape. I would like to make it a bit more curvy, not just there on top. Just go and have this be the thing that then angles back into the whole thing. So it kind of gets this hood shape. It needs to be a bit curvier. We might have some space here in the back, and it will go out a bit more. And again, to the sides, we go with a similar shape, maybe on the sides a bit steeper, and then have the whole thing basically come out a bit, so that here this will be the middle line, and then the sides will have the windows, and then it kind of, yeah, like there's something really catching the wind. It's a weird thing, and I'm pretty sure everybody that knows of, don't know, thermodynamics, not thermodynamics, how's the aerodynamics will say, oh, it's not working that way or something like that. But again, we are not going for, yeah, this needs to come in steeper. It would be nice to have that start somewhere there. So have already a diagonal here and then have that go steeper down. I will take a look at some of the pictures we have there, and then just maybe use some of that. Would be interesting to know. But I think, people, that's all for today. I hope you liked this episode. Again, it's a bit impromptu because I just wanted to record a bit so I can start this stuff and keep working on it without leaving you in the dark. Kind of. Good people. Thanks for watching, I say. Hope you liked this episode. If you did, then please leave a like on the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. See ya, guys.